Yo, so we're here at the second half. UWI Pelicans taking on the Exed Eagles in Intercollegiate Rugby League action here in Kingston, Jamaica. It's been a very bruising first half. Both teams have thrown the bucket and utensils at each other, and right now it's a very close contest. Both teams have scored 2 tries apiece. However, UWI has slotted over a penalty, therefore they are leading this one by about 2 points. Now UWI is on the attack after several penalties now, camping out in Exed's half. There we see Kemai White, the standoff for UWI, in control of the ball. He has found touch. We'll be looking to set up a platform for his team to get additional points on the board. Referee Mr. Andrew Dixon in charge of this one, keeping things in order out in the middle. And Kemai plays this ball off to his prop forward, taken to ground. A very strong tackle there by Mark Edwards from Exed. UWI looking threatening right now. Certainly a lot of power, and the UWI forward has powered over. Former St. George's man there. No, sorry, former Campion man there, I believe. And maybe a question there of double movement as he went over that line. Seems to have been tackled to the ground first. Perhaps a second effort taking him over the line. Let's see what the officials will come up with here. Try given. So UWI has surged further ahead in the early parts here of the second half. Coach Roy Calvert there, expressing his displeasure to his halfback Mark Edwards. Certainly they'll have to do better on the defensive side of things if they're going to get in front of UWI in this game. Very good turnout of medical persons here today. UWI CERT personnel, they're out in full numbers providing medical care for both teams. As we pan along the sideline, that's the UWI's camp, University of the West Indies camp. Lots of supporters in there cheering on their team. We're about to have the kickoff here again. Exed kick into UWI. So we have UWI on the attack. Exed been very aggressive in their defense, but once more they've given away an offside. So from kickoff, gifting territorial position to UWI by being offside there after only 2 tackles. White has punted it upfield, gaining at least 20 meters for his team. UWI getting ready to attack once more. White hands it off to Simon Johnson, who loses it in the contact there. Very soft turnover there from UWI. Really poor concentration skills there by the big forward Simon Johnson there. So Exed half puts it in. That's Spoonhead who gets it to the center, who goes out wide. Tackled up there by several UWI defenders. Lots of activities going on at the ruck area there. The referee has seen enough and has awarded a penalty against UWI for being not square. See Linville of Exed there, stepping up the standoff, stepping up, punting this ball upfield. So can Exed find the try line? They have good territorial possession right now. And Linval goes himself again. He's been up to do that for this entire game. I don't know why as a half he's taking in so many balls and tackle one. But here comes Basquine, the big number 13 for Exed, trampling his way forward. That's what kind of shape Exed has. Ball goes to the big man. He's confronted by White, who slams him to the ground. Still on for them at the right side. But the Exed player puts this one down. Big Samoan second row there. Putting some fear into that Exed player, forcing him to put it to the ground. There we see Trinidadian Wadike Barcos for UWI. Quite a few foreign nationals in this University of the West Indies team. Guys from the Bahamas, Samoa, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica. Really rich multicultural team is the UWI team. But here they go. Chad Dillon at 13 from the back of the scrum goes forward on a charge. Former Campion College man. He's brought to ground by the big Exed winger, Hakeem. Hakeem takes out Wadike, the Trinidadian center. But here comes Mike Williams, former KC man, on a big charge. Exed player there seemed to have had his hand caught beneath Williams. Rolling around a bit. Usually when you see players rolling around like that, you have to wonder about the extent of their injury. I mean, if it's really serious, I mean, can you be rolling around, or is it just a shock of the moment that have you rolling and writhing in pain? But he's not getting up. Doesn't seem to be his arm either, seems to be his leg. See the UWI medical officials there tending to him. So we'll take a break and get back to this game in a few. Here comes UWI on the charge. Nice ball movement there to Williams, who hands off a couple of players. Loses it though. Hello? Yeah. Alright. Now try, yeah. So UWI has scored a penalty, getting 2 points. Here comes another Trinidadian national. That's Julian. Jumping in the tackle could have been dangerous for him, but luckily he's okay. Rico Matthews there for UWI. Winger coming in and making a nice run. Here comes Sidwan. Jeanette Sidwan at halfback. Dumps it off to Chad Dillon, who charges forward for UWI. Confronted there by Thomas of Exed, as well as Basquine. Sidwan at hooker again, plays it off to Simon Johnson. Big man charges upfield. Cuts through the defense like butter, knife through butter. Finally taken to ground there by Akeem, the powerful winger there. Here comes Dillon. Good ball movement there from UWI. Goes out to Rico. But Rico offloads to Wadike, and Wadike is pushed into touch there by the Exed defense. So Exed here under a bit of pressure. They're down by about 10 points or so. They haven't taken care of the ball in the second half, and they've been paying the price a couple of times. Turn over the ball early in their sets, really putting themselves at a disadvantage. But here they have possession once more. Here comes a big man, Hakeem, confronted there by the Samoan national, but he's tackled up. Exed going around in circles really. Here comes Linval again. Plays it on. Leon Thomas confronted there by Kemoy White. Thomas tackled up, and here comes Mark Edwards finding Linval. Linval boots this one high in the sky, and the chase is on. Recovered there though by UWI. UWI on the charge now. A really shallow kick there by Linval. Should have been much deeper, but UWI has an opportunity to go forward. Linval there with a good tackle on Rico Matthews. Here comes Donovan Jackson at hooker for UWI. Dumps it off to Chad Dillon, who tips it on to Mike Williams. Mike Williams is smashed to the ground by the big man from Exed. Here comes the Samoan, but he's tackled up there. Nothing on there for UWI. Ball knocked on by UWI, and it's going to be Exed's ball. To Exed, they're just about 10 meters out from half line. Kevin Vassell there at scrum half for the Eagles, Rugby League team, Exed Eagles. Ball goes out to Bascoigne at 13. He goes forward. Here comes Leon Thomas taking it forward. Dumps it off to Hakeem, who loses the ball in the tackle there. UWI has recovered. UWI on the charge. Shad is confronted there by Hakeem, the winger from Exed. Brings him to ground. Donovan Jackson controlling things at hooker. Gets it off to Waddy Cape Barkus, who goes forward in a strong way, but he's taken to ground. Jordan there with the ball now for UWI, but he loses it. Should be a knock on there. Should be Exed. So now Vassell putting that ball into the scrum. Out to Thomas, who plays it to Linval. Linval goes upfield once more, taking the contact. He loves going into contact apparently. Exed on the charge, dumps it out. And it is knocked on there by the new man from Exed. It's going to be a scrum to UWI. So Exed has been prone to a number of errors in the second half. They haven't been able to launch any meaningful attacks. I mean, the game has largely been played in UWI's half. Certainly some basic rugby league is required here for Exed. Some simple power runs around the rocky area, going straight to get them going forward, put them on the front foot, or maybe some scoots from the centres and wingers and full back to take them forward. But they seem to be going lateral all of the second half. White tackled up there with the ball for UWI. Tackled to the ground by Mark Williams. Another sloppy sequence of play. Exed seems to be offside again, so UWI will keep this ball. Here comes Chad Dillon on the charge, taking it forward, wrestled to the ground there by Thomas. Here comes Rasheen Samuels. Exed really doing little groundwork, which is one of the reasons they are offside so often. But UWI, they are comfortable, they're in the lead. Jordan passes it off to his teammate, who gets it across the field again to Chad Dillon. Here comes White. Seems to be Rico. Knock on there, it seems, from UWI. So it should be Exed ball on a scrum. Exed once more, poor ball handling, letting them down, but Thomas trying to take the game on. Goes forward and is manhandled there. And there's a tackle. Referee signaling offside. And the quality of the game has really petered down. It was very competitive in the first half. Saw a few more sets being completed, but this second half it's really been poor by both teams. It's been a grind, really. It's been painful to watch. Very few set completions. Exed on the attack. Goes to the left side to Jomo. Jomo is tackled up by Sidanet. And here is Linval once more going into contact, and of course he's lost it, but luckily for him, referee says he's lost it. Ball to UWI. So if one was to analyze this game, really, you would have to say that Exed has lost this game in the halves. If you look at the hookers, the hooker, Kevon Vassell, he plays all his balls straight off the ground. He doesn't attack and probe around the ruck area, forcing the mark and engaging the markers and getting his forwards running onto the ball. He hits them off the ground, so that basically the defense gets to line them up pretty easily. Then when you look at their six, Linval Green, rather than getting the ball wide and playing his forwards into the game, he's been playing as a forward, really. For UWI, they haven't done anything spectacular, but they have had the lion's share of the ball. So many offsides have been called on Exed. UWI has just had a tremendous percentage of ball possession, and they've just been grinding Exed into the ground, just forcing them to make tackle after tackle after tackle. Their halves, I think it's White who is at scrum half, it seems. But there's been nothing special to their game, really. Just simple ball out to the forwards who have just run hard and straight. And but I'm not really impressed with the quality in the second half. It's really been poor, and whereas the first half has been competitive and exciting, the second half certainly is one to put us to sleep. Well, go on.